Alright, hello guys, welcome to today's vlog. So we're currently on the way to Glenorchy here in New Zealand. It's a town nearby Queenstown. However, we're making a quick stop here in a place called Cove. We're gonna try to find a little bit of a nice picture of Lake Wakatipu from this vantage point over here. Anyway, stay tuned for that. I'm going to do a little bit of photography in this location before we move on to Glenorchy. Alright, so we arrived here at one of the vantage point here in Cove, overlooking Lake Wakatipu and the mountains behind, and also these hills and all sorts of greeneries. It's just so beautiful. It's just so calm, so quiet. I just love it here. And now I thought I want to do a little bit of a photography right here. I want to try to capture some with my wide angle lens first, the 8 to 18mm Panasonic Leica with the Panasonic G85. I don't bring my tripod right here because I'm a little bit tired of carrying the tripod every day around. It's just a little bit too cumbersome. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to rely on the image stabilizer on my camera if I want to do a little bit of a slower shutter speed with ND filter to blur and smooth the water. So actually right now I have over here, this is the 6-stop ND filter from K&F Concept. It's very easy to use. It's just a magnetic filter that you can just attach to your lens instantly like that. I'm at aperture priority. I'm setting it to about f9 or f8. Actually I want to aim to about half a second shutter speed so that I can safely handhold the camera. So what I'm going to do right now is trying to find a nice composition involving these rocks below as sort of a foreground of interest, and I'm going to try to frame a little bit of the trees on the right with the hill behind and also the lake right here. Let's try to find some composition. I'm at 8mm. I'm kind of intrigued with this rock right here. I don't know if you can see it or not. That one. I'm gonna try to capture this one instead. Alright, let's try. F9 ISO 200. I got about 1.3 seconds. That's a bit too low. I'm going to switch to about 5.6 and got about half a second maybe. Alright, I'm gonna move a little bit and I'm going to crouch. Alright, I'm going to focus on the mountain behind. I don't really care if the rock is not in focus. I just want everything else to be in focus. Alright, something like this. I hope you can see what I'm doing in the camera. F5.6, half a second or thereabouts, something like this. Alright, that's really cool. Now we're gonna try to kind of go a little bit tighter with just that area over there. I'm gonna go 18mm. I'm going to go to f4 because I want a little bit faster shutter speed. Something like this. Alright, maybe I want to go a little bit to the left. I'm gonna step on the rocks right here. I need to be careful not to fall into the lake and whatnot. That's gonna be really annoying. Alright, something like this. Alright, I think I see something over here. Just a very simple composition. Again with the rocks as the foreground and then the lake as the midground and the mountain as sort of the background. So we're gonna go wide angle this time. I'm going to go to about 8mm and just trying to capture this wide angle vista right here. I'm going to crouch as usual. Let's check our shutter speed. Let's go to about f8 or f9 to get about half a second exposure. Lock it and then focus on the rocks and do something like this. Alright, now I want to go a little bit tight. I'm going to zoom to about 14mm and do a little bit of a horizontal composition. I don't know why, but I really love horizontal composition. Vertical composition, because I think it really emphasizes the difference between the foreground, midground and background. So something like this. I'm going with one of the rocks right here, the one that's closest to me, and try to use it as sort of a foreground of interest with the mountain and the lake as sort of the background and midground. What about we try without the ND filter right now and just use the camera as it is. I'm gonna go to about f8 and focus on one of the rocks. Let's lock the exposure right there. I want to clip the highlight. Something like this, very simple. Now let's try that area on the left right there. It's a little bit cold, but I'm wearing warm jackets, so I think I'm fine. Alright, I'm at 18mm f8. Let's try to take the shot without the ND filter. Alright, looks really nice. I like it. What about right there? I like this one better, but I'm going to take that one later. So yeah, one more time over here. Nice. Alright, so one more time I still want to explore this location, but this time with a telephoto lens, the 35 to 100mm f4 f5.6 with the Panasonic GX85. I saw something right here. I want to compress that mountain with the greeneries, with the trees right there. I just want to try to capture it. So I'm at 35mm f5.6 aperture priority. Something very simple like this. I hope you can see what I'm doing in the camera. Nice. And then also that mountain right there, but I want to try to include a little bit of the rocks right here. So I want to crouch, I want to go down a little bit low, and yes, that's what I'm talking about. I'm focusing at the trees, maybe a little bit lower. Let's try. Alright, something like this. Really nice. I love it. Yep. One more composition. I want to try to compress that area over there where the water meets the land on the left right there. And I want to try to use a longer telephoto lens to kind of get that compression thing going on. Something like this. And let's try to explore this side right here on the right. We have this tree right here. I think it looks kind of nice with the mountain as a background. So let's try to capture that. I'm at about 35. I haven't really zoomed in anyway. And also that part where the hill on the right intersects the mountain on the background right there. I want to try to isolate that part. I'm zooming into about maybe 70 or something like that. And really play with the lines and things like that. With the telephoto lens, you don't really have that obligation to have that foreground of interest. However, if you can find one that's not really too distracting, then I think it's good. Alright, something like this. Very simple. Alright, so right now we are in Glenorchy. We just drove here, we just ate some lunch, and now we're gonna explore this beautiful area right here by Lake Wakatipu. I thought I would try to capture some pictures right here. I might not gonna do some tutorial because it's quite windy right now, but I want to share the pictures anyway, just so you guys know I'm using the Panasonic G85 with the 8 to 18mm wide angle lens, as well as the GX85 with the 35 to 100mm telephoto lens. All pictures will be taken using aperture priority, probably around f5.6 or f4 or something like that. So I hope that you guys will enjoy the pictures from Glenorchy. Alright, so we are just finished from Glenorchy, checking out the area, taking some photographs of the famous wharf and the red building as well, and try to go sightseeing around the area. Right now we are in the animal farm experience near Glenorchy. It's about 3-minute drive, and we just checked out some cute animals. They're really funny and we had a lot of fun. Now we want to go back to Queenstown and maybe eat some dinner and end the day right there. So I'll probably just close the vlog right now. So that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to support my channel by liking this video, sharing this video, and subscribing to my channel down below. Thank you and see you on the next video. Goodbye.